If you're tuning in on Warpaths of Europe, you're here because history isn't just a pastime. It's a toolkit. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video so you never miss these deep, practical lessons from Europe's survival past. Today, we're breaking down a nearly forgotten heat-saving method that outperformed early electric heaters and kept families alive through brutal winters. It's simple, reliable, and still works flawlessly for anyone who wants to cut their power use or strengthen their self-reliance. This method comes from a time when households treated every spark like treasure. Instead of striking fresh fire each morning, families preserved the previous night's heat by banking embers. They buried the glowing coals under a thick layer of ash, cutting oxygen flow while keeping a smouldering core alive until dawn. Reviving the ember required no matches, no friction devices, and absolutely no electricity. A single breath of air and a handful of small kindling brought the ember roaring back into flame. This wasn't just convenient, it preserved fuel, saved labour, and guaranteed warmth with almost no energy cost. Anyone today using a wood stove, charcoal pit or campfire can apply this technique. Bank your coals under ash before bed, then uncover and feed them slowly in the morning to restart a fire with zero additional fuel. Across Europe, especially in rural regions, people carried smouldering coals inside small clay pots insulated with ash and sand. These pots didn't flame. They radiated steady, low-level heat for hours. This gentle release of warmth replaced primitive electric or oil heaters long before such technologies were common. For modern use, a small clay or ceramic firepot with ventilation holes can serve as an emergency warmer during outages. When handled safely outdoors and brought in once the flame has died and only embers remain, it becomes a reliable, radiant heater. Campers and off-grid homesteaders still use variations of this when conserving firewood is essential. European households, they favoured dense hardwoods like oak and beech because, a single log produced slow, consistent heat, especially when it was turned into embers. The real trick wasn't burning the wood fast, it was letting it smoulder at a controlled pace. This method, honestly, saved far more energy than letting a fire burn hot and die quickly. Today, anyone with a wood stove or outdoor fire can do the same. Just build your fire with softwood for quick ignition, then add hardwood and shut down airflow until it reaches a low, ember-rich state. That gives you hours of heat without constant feeding or restarting. Old stone hearths, they acted like heat batteries. Once warmed, they released stored heat long after the fire burned down. Modern users can replicate this by placing bricks or thick stones around an outdoor fire pit or wood stove. Once heated, they radiate warmth for hours, reducing the need for additional fuel and honestly keeping small shelters noticeably warmer. If this guide brought you value, make sure you subscribe to Warpaths of Europe, share this video with fellow history enthusiasts, and keep exploring the survival intelligence our ancestors perfected.